How do you know where to look for fossils? Well, that's just a thing that everyone who collects has to find out for themselves. Especially at Cambridge here, most of my fossil collecting is done on what we call the ledges. So when the tide goes out, it's this intertidal level, which really is basically the area of shell that's kept clean by all the shingle that moves up and down on those tides. And gradually it wears the shale away and exposes the fossil. So to find a fossil, often you'll just see a trace of it. You might just see an end of a tail of a fish, or perhaps one little bit of a bone stuck out. And the tail would have been across here. Probably here, probably a week or so. But the shingle, you see, is like an abrasive pad. It's just going over it all the time. And you can see it soon destroys it. These are harder, the ammonites, but these are not, because these are little thin films. If I just get I can put, there you go, look, see? You can flick it up with your nail. So you see that it doesn't last 5 minutes. Once the sea's exposed it, it just destroys it. You can see, look, you can just flick it up with your, that's all that's left of it, a very thin film. And unless you get that when it's newly exposed, or you can just see a trace of it, that's what happens to it. It just gets destroyed. But that's the start. So what you have to do then is actually try and work out what it may be, how big is it, what angle is it lying at, because you've got to collect this thing blind. You can't just uncover it and then think, oh yeah, I'll just take this, because more often than not, the material is highly fragile. So to do that in the field is a no-no. So what happens more often than not is to cut a huge great block out and bring the block back and then prep it in the workshop and then see what it reveals. So you can actually drag back a block that may weigh 3/4 of hundredweight to find that the tail of the fish that's all there is, and the rest of it's not there. So it's a bit of a guessing game sometimes.